All right, we are live. Okay, okay. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. I'm always still setting up because that's what makes it relatable and wholesome, right? It's not like a polished stream, right? Oh man, I'm playing it here. Hold on. Okay, there you go. Still going through. All right, guys. Welcome to the stream. I need to get the chat here because it is not here. Birdwin, good to see ya. Good to see you. Nice to see you here. So today we're going to be going. I'm working on a project with a YouTuber, Grease Pencil, a fellow Grease Pencil Head. I guess Greasehead would be like a mechanic or something, but a fellow grease pencil user and friend, Spitfire Storyboards. Check out his channel; it's in the description. We're working on a little animatic. We're testing out the hybrid 2D 3D world, and I'm doing the environment mostly using 3D, but maybe incorporating some grease pencil. So there'll be less grease pencil in this live stream. But I will try and throw some in here. Got my coffee in hand, ready to go. And we're making kind of like a little sci-fi animatic of like a little sci-fi scene. We haven't nailed down the story entirely right now. So right now you'll just get to see what the beginning stages of it looks like. I already have this modeled out. I'm not modeled out. I use a kit bashing set. Would it be... Hold on. A kit bashing set. Would it be cool if I was huge? I'm using a kit bashing set, and or I used it already, and that was basically to get all the shapes out, all the stuff, and then I'm gonna like modify it and add more stuff. I have a checklist here of things I have to get through. Spitfire's in the chat. If you have any questions for him, check out his channel. He has he worked on an add-on that's very good for grease pencil. Juraj, thank you for showing up. Ooh, thank you for being here. Anyway, check out his channel. Description in the chat. I don't even have my list. I'm so ill prepared, guys. So we're just gonna chat here while I'm enlarged on screen and I get my list of things I'm gonna do. Hi all from Tasmania, Australia. Susan, good to see you. No, I like the caps. The caps make it seem like you're so excited to be here and stuff. Like I was saying earlier, there'll be less grease pencil here, Susan. If you primarily want to do grease pencil stuff, this one will be a little bit less about grease pencil. But there will be some later on. I'll probably be on for a couple hours, maybe 3 hours usually what I go. I'm gonna be mostly doing 3D stuff in Blender, so if you just want to learn Blender, come hang out with me. But just a heads up, we'll be doing a little less grease pencil here. So it's a very interesting me being zoomed up like this. Oh, Susan does all. Okay, Susan. Good stuff then. If you have any questions, Susans, please feel free to ask as I'm doing it. Sometimes I don't describe the things that I'm doing, and sometimes you don't know what I'm doing. So please ask. I'm still drinking my coffee, sitting here with you guys. Okay. All right. I think we can get started. So let me make myself smaller. Let me turn my screencast keys so you can see what I'm doing. Black is not visible, so we'll do white this time. With the background? No, that's with the shadow. With the black shadow, would that work? I think you can see it now. Is that faded out? Line, display, mouse, advance. Mouse size, background. Right on line. Okay, whatever. Let me put on my tablet glove. That's when it's official. We'll zoom up for this. Hold on. Ah, ready. This means you're an artist. If you have one of these, you don't even have to draw anything. You're an artist. I'm just kidding. Oh my god, what did I do? All right. Okay. So I opened up this file, and it looks different than when I last worked on it. So I don't know what happened here. I don't know what I did. It looks different. Like maybe it's like not as bright or something. So a lot of this lighting kind of depends. Right here, right now, the lighting depends on the world color. So like if you put the world color to dark, everything will be dark. And I kind of don't like that, but we'll switch it up later. I got my list of things here to do. And I'm going to read it. I think. Oh, there it is. All right, so some things I have to do. This is Sci-Fi Lab. Let me brighten it up for you guys to see it so you guys can. It's interesting. It's like I could probably put a different color too. That would affect it, right? That's fun. A green. Green tint. Blue tint. Red tint. All right, so. Let me get. Here it is. All right, so my things to do today are going to be wires and tubes. This pool, which would be what this is right here. Right now, it's just two planes. We're kind of faking a pool. So maybe like actually making some sort of cool looking liquid pool and stuff. The corridor. So that would be the walkway outside of this. So the walkway leading out. We got the doors that lead out there. So I'm going to have to make an opening there and somehow make some fancy looking doors. Ooh, not a thing. The control panel. Walkway safety. So yeah, the doors. So then the walkway, which is this walkway here. And then the control panel, which is this is where like, you know, the computer's at that, I don't know, regulates the crystal thing here that's being made. So those are the things I have to work on, and we will see about getting those done. So let's go back to white for the background before we do anything. We'll zero out everything, and we'll start doing tubes. So right now, let's do an experiment, right? Oh, ooh, there's so much in the chat. Michael Jackson would be proud. Thank you, Michael. I only recently discovered the importance of using standard instead of filmic for NPR styles. Filmic isn't accurate for NPR. It comes out slightly different in render. Ferdwin. Yes, I came across too. It's a big difference in color. I really like the color manager. It gives me enough control to the thing together. Oh, to put things together without compositing. Exactly. Yeah, I think Ferdwin actually turned me on. Do I have that? It may be standard for me to have it. I used to do a lot of rendering for like VFX, and I used to use Filmic all the time. Where is it? Color management? There's so many buttons. It's here, right? Output, post-processing. See, so if you ever get that feeling where you're just clicking through menus, just know it's a normal thing to just... I don't have all these memorized either. Is it in scene? It's in scene, right? It's in color management. We're going to put that to the top. If you guys ever want to rearrange of importance for your menus, I highly recommend customizing your layout. And to do that, there's these little dots on the right. You could just click on it and you can move it to the top. So what I'm going to do is, real quick, I'm going to put all the things I don't use at the bottom and the things that are important to me at the top. So I barely use samples, but it's there. We'll put the color display maybe in the middle. I always figure out bloom. We're going to put depth of field up there too, because I know I use that. Screen space reflection, subsurface scattering, blah, 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 blah. Performance. High quality normals. Let's put a high quality. Why not? Let's read what this does. Use high quality tangent space at the cost of lower performance. My computer's pretty decent. We'll put the performance there. So shadows, I could probably put that up higher, right? 1024. High bit depth. I mean, I don't know how much it's going. Anyway, color management. It is on Filmic. We're going with standard, guys. So like Spitfire and Ferdinand said in the chat, what this does is after you do your render, I guess it's like the way that it colors it. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but using standard is better for what we're doing. I used to use Filmic a lot for hyperrealism to like make VFX and like films and stuff. So we'll use standard, which whoa, looks very different. Look at that. So I don't know if you can tell in the stream, just changing it for Filmic, it kind of has kind of like this gray wash. I don't know if you can tell. And you can also change the looks. Very high contrast. Look at that. Filmic, very low contrast. Anyway, so just changing it from Filmic to standard, you can see that the colors, it doesn't have like that gray wash, if that makes any sense. Gray wash. It's dulled out. There's less contrast. Is that the technical term? So we're going for standard. And I think it already looks better. So thank you for mentioning that in the chat. All right, cool. Color management is set. Subsurface scattering, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to put this performance down to the bottom. Don't use it. I don't use freestyle, simplify, grease pencil. Film, lighting, shadows, hair, volumetrics, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we're good. We are good. So white is not white using Filmic. It grays it out. I guess it's like the difference between C-Log and Rec 709. Perfect explanation. I think that's exactly what it is. Like using log footage versus using Rec 709. And you're right, white is not white. It does have like this gray wash. No longer. You guys have opened my eyes to going. I just never thought about it. I always needed hyperrealism and I used log footage and stuff. So that's good stuff. Okay, cool. So we got this in. We're all set. I'm going to be we're going to first start with the pipes, you know. And there was an add-on. Let's see. Pipes. Nightmare. Is that what I use? Spitfire found this add-on for me. I used to use it a while ago, but it's called Pipes Nightmare, and what it does is it allows you to make pipes pretty quickly. So we're gonna use use this add-on for now. I want to test it out. Right now we're in a testing phase for these pipes. The look I think we're going for is like Akira, like in the I think it's what's his name? Akira. My wife corrected me in the background there. And what's his name? Katsuhiro Otomo. Anyway, his work, he made Akira, and there are these pipes that he draws. They're very organic looking, they're very grungy. And I think these are the types of pipes that we're going for. Some of this stuff. Maybe not so much that. Maybe some like, I don't know, like grungy pipes, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Spitfire. But yeah, this is what we're going for. So we're going to start off using this add-on, Pipe Nightmare, which you can get here. You can just type in Pipe Nightmare in Google and find it. And I already have it installed. We're going to use it. I was using it earlier. It was kind of slow. Maybe it's not optimized for 2.9. He hasn't updated it in over a year. So it may be slow. So I'm going to disable all this stuff. And I'm going to test it out. Let's just test it out right now. Right now. All right, we're turning everything off. We're in a blank screen. And for the sake, I usually turn this grid off. We're going to put the floor back on so we have some semblance of like where we're at. We'll center our We'll center our cursor, and I did that with Shift C, and that puts a cursor right in the middle. I do that a lot. This shadow, right? Is it working? Oh, now it's not looking good. Okay. Blah blah blah. I'm just making sure you guys can see what I'm clicking. Okay, so it's back. Whatever. There it is. You can see the keys. I lost my chat. Third one, H.R. Geiger has a similar organic mechanical nightmare style. Spitfire. Also, Susomo, knee highs. I am butchering these names. I'm sorry for everybody who's watching me butcher these names, but definitely Google those. I will Google those soon. But let's try out this this add-on. So once I installed it, for the layman's out there, for the Blender layman's, what I did was I went to Edit and Preference. I went to add-ons and I went to install, and I just found the zip file that I got from that GitHub, and then I installed it, right? So now it's here, and then I activate it, and it's called Pipe Nightmare. This is where it's at, blah, blah, blah. It even shows you the location, like how to get it. So view 3D, add, curves, pipes. So it's under add, curves, pipes. So we'll add is Shift A, right? That's where you add all your stuff. Curves and pipes. Okay, cool. So these pipes, there you go. So these pipes are looking all right. I have ambient occlusion on, which is good. If I change this to gray, would that be easier to see? Okay, maybe not. What if we change it to this? Okay, we'll just use the render mode viewport shading, just so we can see these pipes better. So this is the add-on, and I haven't used this in a long time, so we'll see about making some pipes, and then we're gonna go, and then my plan is to get these pipes and then make them organic, kind of like the Akira pipes, and probably any of the pipes that was mentioned in the chat. So we'll start off with this, and then I'll see if I can start making them more grungy and organic. So let's just mess up with these settings. So we got straight pipes. I don't know about those angular pipes. I think maybe some. Interesting. Right, we're getting some interesting looks here. And maybe for the sake of you guys, I will make a viewport. I'll make the camera. Oh, I have a super wide camera. Let me just make it square. I like to work in square. I don't know why. I feel like I just do a lot of Instagram stuff. There we go. And then that's not selectable. Where's our camera? Utilities. Utilities, and then we will zero out. Oh, I have. Let's just erase these keyframes. We don't need them. Clear all. What am I doing? Clear the keyframes. There you go. We will Z. Here we go. There's our camera. I want to line this up for you guys to see. Have like a little viewer right there. Okay. Cool. So let's mess with these pipes. Since I started clicking other stuff after I use the add-on, my options are gone, so I can no longer mess with these. So let's erase this. And let's make it again. Pipes, curves and pipes. All right. So let's see about making some fun pipes. Add some more pipes. I think what's happening here is the distance, right? The side distance. Oh, cool. All right, and then our heights. Oh, we can make them real tall. So let's just see the lab again. See how tall we need to make them. Oh, they'll have to be huge. it'll probably be better if I enlarge him afterwards. Because this goes up to what, the 10 meters? Can I do like 100 meters? I can. This can go out forever. Never mind. 50 meters. 20 meters. Whatever. We'll just work. We'll work small and then I'll enlarge him and we'll mess with them. This doesn't have to be perfect. Out the gates. Anyway. 2. Alright. So the width I think is pretty good. We'll try to conform to this square here. The height, make it a little higher. Like that. Our depth, we'll start at 0.01, but I think it does need some depth, right? Is there like a color that would work with these screencast keys that's not obnoxious? Should I just do like pink? Oh no, I should do my signature seafoam green. There we go. There we go. Signature, as you saw, I eyeballed that so quick. I guess that matches the overall color. There we go. That'll stand out. Okay, so keep going. Easily distracted here. Length, width. We're just gonna mess with these settings. See if I can get some just quick pipes. I don't know about the design on the left. Just keep going. Ugh. Ugh. It crashed. I think it crashed. Oh no. Oh no. Not responding. Please come back. So, you know, when you're messing with add-ons, especially old ones, you could definitely break Blender by switching settings too quickly. All right, guys, rough start. Let's go back. Let's shiitake mushrooms. All right, let's see. Grease monkey. Let's see if I can. What time is it? 2:23. I'm looking at my backups because I have it so it backs up 3 times. I have no backups. That's terrible. What happened? Pipe nightmare. That's exactly it. An omen if there ever was one. No, don't say that. No omens. Okay. All right. Probably not going to end up using that add-on, or at least not to like the degree I thought I was going to use it in. All right. So, let's see if we can recover last session. Would that work? Oh, those are my sketches. I'm trying to do the autosave. Are they in order by time? Today. Okay, so we might have to reset some settings here. I'll do them really quick. Let's do the color that we talked about. Standard, looking good. Background set to... Oh, we're fine. We're fine here. Good. Beautiful. We'll set a window. Beautiful. Boom. We'll go into our rendered mode here. Take all this stuff out. And then we're going to save so we can at least have a reset. And if you learn anything, that's what you should learn. You should just learn to save. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. What else did I do? Rough start, guys. Sorry. Or, you know, I'm not apologizing for Blender, but, you know. There, we'll get our utility. We'll get a camera. We will erase the, all keyframes. We will zero this stuff out. And we will rotate this at 90. What? Right? 90. Yep. 0. look to the front. So wait, 180, right? Beautiful. We will center our thing. You know, this is looking cool already, right? The thing I already made is looking cool. Okay. We will get the pipes nightwear. Right, pipe, nightmare. We'll do this again. We won't mess with that thickness. And we're back to square one. Control S, guys, save. And I feel like my screencast keys aren't visible again. Last time. Shadow, black. Color, darker? Doesn't matter. We're going to this mode. Erasing all the stuff. Not erasing, but turning it off. People. We'll save. Go in. Curves. Shift A. Curves, pipes. We will center our piece. And we will move this camera. So we can see it together, or at least have a different perspective as we're looking. There we go. And you know what? We're just gonna truck on. You know, we're gonna move. There's the pipes in the mat cap. And what I'm gonna do is just use this. You know, I'm afraid of it crashing again. So we're gonna keep going. Spitfire, you could use Bezier or even grease pencil geo. Yeah, that's what I was gonna try next. I wanted to start off with like a base of like these curves, and then just seeing if I can edit it with proportional editing. And then I can also show people that you can use proportional editing and stuff. If I had to guess why it crashed, I bet it's because you made the minimum thickness of the pipes bigger than the max thickness while you were adjusting stuff. So let's hear about this project. Oh yeah, so this project, I mean, me and Spitfire have been mulling it and working it through for, I guess, a couple months now. Time flies. And it's basically, we're trying to test out the way that we can combine both 2D and 3D and make animatics, right? That's the right way to say it, right, Spitfire? Like making an animatic storyboard, but using the power of Blender to do it quickly because we can use 3D and stuff. We were very interested in, I guess, making things quickly. But that's, I don't know, how much else can we say, Spitfire? Like, all right, so we're gonna make the lab. See how I'm clicking on stuff and I keep accidentally clicking? I just want to mess with these pipes right now, so I'm going to, everything in the lab is in this collection, and I'm going to press the disable selection button here. And if you don't have this disable selection button, you can get all your options on the top right here. If you click on the filter, and you can select what you want. So there's like visibility, clickability, if it shows up in the viewport, if it shows up in the render, if it shows up as a like invisible, like transparent, and you can set that. So, you know, I think why they did this is because you don't want all this stuff activated, right? And then you have like all these buttons on your layers. So if you don't really need all this stuff, you don't need to have it on. I usually just use the visibility and the selection. Oh, and this checkmark thing, which turns the collections on and off. So anyway, made it not selectable. I'm also gonna make, excuse me, got an HD version of my burp. And we will make everything not selectable for right now, so I can just click on the pipes and not mess with anything. But there's one thing I want to get rid of. We're gonna get rid of these panels here. I'm just gonna make them I'm just gonna make them invisible. Oh man. Yeah. So make them invisible. And then we're gonna work on the back. We're gonna start with putting the pipes in the back, right? So here's our pipes, and we will set. Ooh, it's also selectable. There we go. All right, we're gonna select our pipes. Thank you for Spitfire for jumping in. Yeah, so what Spitfire said is, yeah, the work divide right now is Grease Monkey, me, building the environment, FX and shaders. I'll do the character and camera and edit, unless you know an editor who wants to collab. Oh, oh, so smooth. You know, I think Spitfire is really good at this team management collaboration. He's a talker. If I was gonna sell something out, I'll leave it to Spitfire to sell it for me. All right, so let's keep going. Let's put this against the wall here, and that's not against the wall. For right now, let's. I'm over here saying like let's make all this stuff invisible. So the way I'm gonna do it is I'm just gonna click on it and press H, and that kind of like just makes everything invisible. Boom, boom, boom. I made the wall invisible. H, 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 H. Honestly, I should just like, I don't know, shift click and then press H. There we go. Just gonna select all this stuff and make it invisible. And all that's doing is toggling the little eye button here. So it's not like it's erased or anything. A lot of pieces I used. H, H, H. Okay. There we go. So the cool part is gone. And we'll make it not selectable again. And let's bring our pipes. Let's make them big. And they look ugly right now, but we'll fix that right now. And we'll see if I can do something fun. I am going to use the method that Spitfire said, which is using the grease pencil and then making it into Geo. But I don't know. I guess I just wanted to test out this add-on that I used so long ago. So right now, oh, where is it? These pipes are are curved objects, and we can. Oh no, do I have to do all of them individually? Maybe I might just skip to that. Never mind. Could I select them all and then make them thinner, or does it only do one? It's using a profile. What? Yeah. This is not working the way I want it. There's way too much here. All right, guys, we're gonna crank out. I thought this would be a lot simpler, guys, to do it this way. It obviously is not. But let's see if we can salvage this. We can like get some of these pipes and just have them in the background for now. I think that looks pretty cool. Oh man, I got it right on that wall. It's beautiful. All right, so that's cool. Select this one. Kind of like that. Maybe these pipes here. Make it big. They're actually too big. There we go. Okay. All right, so we're getting some detail back here. It's looking all right. You know what's also bothering me? This pool. So we're going to make the pool invisible too. Make it back selectable. We will select that. And we'll take away that. And we're just left with this box. Oh, man. You know, honestly, I am so nitpicky. So we'll just work on these pipes in this building. So let's make everything non-selectable. Oops. H. All right, so let's just clear everything. Let's bring this camera back. What am I doing with my life? All right, let's see if we can make these pipes look somewhat decent. And we might have to jump onto Discord later. Caught you off guard, but bye. Look at that, collabing in the chat. Okay. So I'm overcomplicating this. Let me take a deep breath. Drink some coffee. Okay. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna unhide everything after wasting all that time by hitting Alt H. That should bring everything back. Oh, I did Alt G. Alt H. So I brought everything back. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna solo the pipes, guys. We're gonna erase these pipes, make all this invisible, and we're gonna do, which I should have done to begin with, listen to Spitfire, and just make these pipes. Let's just make these pipes with the grease pencil. And you know, I am the grease monkey, and I should have done this to begin with. So to make these pipes, I'm gonna do it the method by drawing them on. And let me bring up the ground floor so we can have some semblance of where we're at. Here we go. I'm gonna make a plane, and I'm just gonna rotate it on the 90 degrees on the X. And also, what is this? Is this new? Oh my god. What is that? Oh man. That's so neat. So there's like a visual element for these tools. I mean, have I not been using Blender for a while? This is 2.9. I've been using this. I haven't seen these visual elements. Oh, it's because I usually take this gizmo off. I usually don't work with this gizmo. So with this gizmo on, I'm going to leave it on now. You can have the visual element. So if you click spin, you can spin this. Cool. So I'm getting sidetracked here, but I just want to see if I rotate it, if I move the 3D cursor, right? Can I do a spin and it'd be very cool? Let's see. So I'm moving the 3D cursor very precisely by going into the end panel and going to view. Here's the 3D cursor and using the 3D cursor. So we're going to move it to the left on the X. And then that moved the whole gizmo. Oh my god, that's so cool. That makes it so much simpler for people. Yes. So then, oh man. And then boom. And of course you could do like what, 360, 380, 360. Yes. Very, very cool. And you can do the steps. Oh my god. And Susan's like, it's the spin tool, obviously. Sorry for asking, but where are you from? I'm curious because you're just drank coffee, and in my country it's what is that? Minus 12, 140. 1 p.m. 40. I am currently in California, the United States. And I just drink coffee all the time, though. It's not like if it's in the morning or anything. I just love coffee. I am addicted to the caffeine. Okay, so I saw Fred wants a squirrel. It's definitely how I feel. Let's focus again. I like the spin tool. I like those gizmos. I just realized that maybe I'm behind because I don't like this on the right side here. So I always turn it off. But we'll keep it on because that just makes sense. Okay. So I'm gonna make a collection. Press the little button there. We'll call this pipes. I'm gonna make a plane, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be drawing on the plane with the grease pencil and then converting that into geo. So I'm in the spin tool. I want that to go away. So we'll just go there. Okay. We'll rotate this on the 90x. Good stuff. We will make it big. We'll figure out why we can't see this here. Where's my camera? Oh, it's because my camera is... There we go. Cool. And we'll go make... Are we in pipes? Yes. We'll call this, you know, the pipe wall. Whatever. Pipe wall. We will make a grease pencil object. So we'll do grease pencil blank. That should be right on the wall there. Obviously, it's blank, so you can't see it. And we are now in grease pencil. Let me get my pencil ready. If you want it to be morning all the time, watch Grease Monkey drink coffee. That's all I'm doing. It's so good. It's the best brown water you can drink. It's the best brown water you can drink. I know that sounds gross. I'm sorry. Okay. So draw. We are in grease. Let's see. We have no layers. Cool. We got a layer now. Let's see if it's working. Making sure my tablet's working. Great. I'm gonna change to ink. Just like how it looks better. This feels super smooth. Okay. We will now, we don't have any materials. Cool. We'll make a material. And we will do it. We will do it with a certain color. Doesn't matter, really. I just want to be able to see it pretty well. We will take off... Oh, strength at 100. Good. It doesn't really matter. And then we can start making... Start seeing about making these pipes and then converting them, and then we'll edit them afterwards and stuff. So let's see if I can use just one flat radius. We'll take off the pressure off that. And then we can start drawing out kind of what our pipes look like. Okay, cool. Sunday morning here now, Susan. Nice. Did you set your alarm again? Yeah, I think when I did my streams, it was 11 a.m. And Susan said it was 5:30. So if I'm doing my math right, 12, 1, 2, that's 3 hours later, 4 hours later from 5:30. So 9:30. It's 9:30, Susan, right? Or 9:45. All right. So let's look at that reference. See some of these pipes, see what they feel like. Maybe if I can get some higher res bigger pictures here. Large Kira pipes. Let's look at this one. Let's look at this one. Maybe I'm limiting myself with the large. We'll do medium. Maybe if I type in instead of pipes, I do like machinery, right? That's that's not. Is there something called Akira? I guess it is. Okay, so maybe not machinery. We'll do city. Obviously, we're gonna get cityscapes. I guess pipes is the best one, huh? Okay, so let's see what these pipes look like. Oh, we can get some more images here. I like this one. Oh my god, Pinterest. Cool. So the pipes look like, you know, they go up and down, in and out. They do some circling around. Okay, cool. This guy's rendition of this. Just all coming out, all loose. Good stuff. Let's see this one. It's not what I wanted. Okay. Okay. I get it. I get it. All right. Oh, man. All right. Let's see if I could just do this quickly. Not quickly, but I'm going to hold shift to do the stabilized stroke. We'll do one long one. And then I'll be changing up the size so we can... Let's do some lines here. Oh, yeah, actually this is fine. I guess I didn't need the plane. What I was going to do is I was going to draw on the plane. But since I'm just drawing from this perspective, it doesn't really matter. And another thing I'll do is I'll use... Nah. No, yeah, we will. We'll use vertex paint. And the colors we'll use just range. I just want to be able to see some differentiation. Okay, cool. Maybe there's like some sort of cell there in the middle. Kind of don't like this stabilization. So we're going to change it to stabilize stroke. And we'll put it at the lowest. I usually use the lowest. So like 10.5. Everything low. Ooh, nice. It's one of the best ones. Right. There we go. This feels better. All right. So just for my sake, we're just gonna go. We'll throw spaghetti on the wall and see what works, and then we'll erase from there. Maybe there's like some sort of panel here, right? And this is just to make a shape, and then we'll convert it. This probably terminates here. I should have the reference up, honestly. Let me save it. Let's see. See, it has like these little half spheres here sticking out. We have cylinders sticking out, so I think, yeah, we can do that. Yes, set the alarm. Got it set to go off every Sunday. Oh, neat. Susan? Wait, Sunday? It's my Saturday. And it's Sunday for you, right? Anyway, we can have some cylinders here. Maybe we can have some sort of paneling. These colors won't matter at the end because they're going to be converted into GL. I'm just going to make some different sizes here. Maybe like panels. Maybe something. Maybe we have a different color. Maybe pipes like layered on top of each other. And we will draw on the back so I can go behind these. Cool. Also, I am drawing very far away from the screen. What am I doing? It's your Saturday. It's crazy. It's crazy how time zones work. All right. Maybe some like, you do something like this where it's, you know, there's an add-on that Spitfire talked about. I looked at it and it cost some money. Don't have the money now for it, but I definitely want to get it. And it makes this whole process much easier. But we'll do it for the layman's. We have some real thin pipes. All right, cool. We'll fix all this. It's all good. It's all gravy. We're feeling it out. Maybe we can have a line here. It could be 2 pipes. Yeah, I am. They're all ugly, right? We'll make them look pretty. Like I said, these colors don't matter. I'm just kind of having fun, making a colorful image. We have something that terminates here. Something here. So I got some high detail here, some bigger detail here, some mid detail. So right now this is more of a test to make sure this method works. All right, cool. So I'm going to delete the things that I don't want. I don't want any of these circles, really. And then we're going to smooth these lines out. So I went to edit mode. We're going to right click. We're going to hit smooth points, and then we'll hit Shift R, and that'll just repeat the action. And then we will go into sculpt mode and see about moving this. We'll do push, radius, blah, blah, blah. Okay, good. That's weird. Okay. And then I have this here, but I think I'm going to double it up. We're going to see. Art direct, these are a lot smoother now. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So we got our grease pencil. We didn't need this plane. I don't know what I did. Wasting my time here. And we got some pipes. And then we're going to make them into Geo. If somebody can remind me on how to make grease pencils in the Geo, please, in the chat. It was... I know I could hit 3, right? I could just put like... Oh, no. I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. So I click on it, right? We're on grease pencil. Object, right? And it's convert to... Bezier curves. Thank you. Does anybody know the difference between using a Bezier curve and a path? They feel the same. Convert the active grease pencil layer to a new curve object. Is it just that it has like the handles on them? Like the curve handles for the Bezier? Is that the only difference between path and curve? Somebody, please. Anywho, converting them now. We're going to do Bezier curves, and we're going to make the grease pencil invisible. Cool, now we got these beautiful lines, and this is what we'll start adding the geo and all this stuff to it, and then we could start really art directing this. And dang, when I go into edit mode, right, you see how like all these black lines, what those black lines are the normals for each and every one of these points, which is kind of ridiculous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify these points. There's too many points. So we're going to erase this. We're gonna go back to our grease pencil object. Go to these points, and then we're gonna go in edit mode, points. Well, no, strokes, simplify, and we'll do adaptive. I think is my favorite. And we'll lower the amount of points here.
This one looks like it's just black tourmaline, but it's actually watermelon.
How do you know it's watermelon?
Because it's pink and green.
I don't see.
You gotta like put it at the light.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we went to a dig site and we we got some minerals, and we're like looking at minerals. My wife is very excited to show me. These are great. These look great. That's picture worthy. Okay, so we simplified the points. And now we'll do the same thing. We'll go into... Oh, let me read the chat. I don't know. Doesn't one of them have direction? Maybe they both do. It's always confused me. Can't you just convert it to poly from GP? That's a feature in 2.9. But I'm not trying to turn it into a poly. I actually do want the Bezier because I want to be able to add the geometry that way. So Bezier, because yeah, you could do poly curve. I'm gonna do Bezier though, and I think because I get these options here. Ooh, we'll go to Bezier, geometry, and then we can add the depth. There we go. And right now they're looking pretty chunky. Okay. But what we'll do is we will add the resolution, right? That's what does it. There we go. Cool. So basically in the curve tool, you have this little tab here. It's object data. It's the object data panel, but it's for the curves. And I'm using the geometry tab under bevel, and I'm just making it. Oh my God. There we go. Holding shift, and then you can make the thickness of it come out. Right? And then I put the resolution to 32. And if you put it at the lowest, it's just blocky. I like to limit this so it doesn't get too bad. You can also see that it's faceted. You see all the individual lines. I'm going to right click and hit smooth shade. Now they're smooth. So now I'm going to lower it to the point where I can't really tell it's faceted. And I think 8 will probably be good. And then now we can start kind of art directing these a bit. So when you go into edit mode, you see that these Beziers have direction, what Ferd was talking about. And that's indicated by these lines, but they're like unusable like right now. So you can always edit how long those normals are by going into the viewport overlay, and these are the normals, and you can make it go away so you don't have them at all, or you can make them really tiny. I don't really care about the direction right now, so we're going to turn it off. Cool. So now I have these curves instead of the poly, and then it makes it so I can like really direct these lines and, you know, stretch them out and do stuff, right? So cool. So I got my base tubes. And then after we do these tubes in Bezier, we will convert them then to poly, and then we can start really like adding the details to them and make them really look like some real pipes. So let's turn on our lab again, and we'll go do our pipes. Let's name your layers. Pipes. Good stuff. And in the lab, I'm going to make everything invisible except the room. Great. Erase all these. Okay, cool. So now we're just left with our box. And the reason you can see through the box is because the normals are reversed. So, and I made it so you can see through the backs of normals. Anyway, so let's take off this ground plane because it always bothers me. And let's move this to the back. Grab Y. And you can just see through it. Oh, the camera's this way. Putting it right here. Would be cool to paint grease pencil onto the surface of the contours. Great idea. That's exactly what I'll do, Ferd. Exactly what I'll do. All right, so I have them here. Let's enlarge them, and they're obviously. Ooh, that's weird. Okay, we'll enlarge them. Move them up. Can I don't know about stretching them out like that. We will apply. Is it apply? Nope. Apply all transformations. There we go. Apply the transformations. And now we can start kind of directing these. Can I make it so I can see the lines of the Bezier through the geometry that it makes? Is that a thing we can do? Geometry, blah, 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 blah. Active spline. Is it visibility? This is probably not a thing, is it? I'm just looking for something that doesn't exist. Viewport displays. No, it is, right? Oh, but that shows me the geometry of the pipes, which is kind of cool too. Oh, there you go. I'm going to put in front. So this shows me the lines. I want to see those lines. So under this tab here, object properties for these pipes, I turn in front. I can see these lines. So did you know that if you go into edit mode, you can draw with grease, Bezier? Did you know that if you go into edit mode, you could draw with the Bezier to make more pipes? No, I did not. So I wouldn't have to even do the grease pencil conversion thing, right? Could I just do that here? Can you please let me know? What is it, a tool? What am I missing something? It is, isn't it? I am outdated, guys. Thank you. Draw. Oh my god. Holy moly, guys. Why did I even do a grease pencil? This is exactly what what I need, because then I could just, oh my god, so good. Does it make a new thing every time, or am I just drawing in this one? But why doesn't it have the geometry? Why is this one in particular doesn't? Let's see. It's actually, oh, okay. It's right here. There it is, floating in the air. Obviously, I can change it from where it draws, but why doesn't it have the same thickness? Oh, radius? Oh, and I can control the radius. You guys, Spitfire's ahead of the game. He's ahead of the game here. And we can just do that. But do I have any control over this pipe? Like, what if I wanted to make it less defined? How does this particular Bezier have a different thickness than the rest of it? Yes, Susan. Thanks, Spitfire. He is on it. I'm glad he's here. Okay, so my whole idea that I with the grease pencil, no good. So if you are watching this in the future while it's not live, you may have wasted your time. But you learn something new with the grease pencil that you can convert to Bezier. Cool. So what I'm gonna do is, for now, so we can just keep moving, I'm gonna mess with these. And then when I do another wall, I'm just gonna do it through the Bezier like that, because that works. Because I like it. I like it a lot. Anyway, back to doing this. Yeah. Here we go. Grab. All right, so all I'm doing is I'm pressing L over them and just moving them along. I might duplicate them. I wish I could just select the whole thing instead of having to press L. Put that there. Can I just press L over them? Oh my god. Ooh, that's a good idea, Ferd. Okay. So what Ferd said is that basically if we get the grease pencil, draw it on the surface of like a sphere or something, and then we could have pipes, spherical pipes. And I think that's excellent. I think that's yes. Yes. So much to do, guys. Keep track of what I said I'm going to do. This, we're gonna duplicate it, scale it. Ooh. Rotate it on the X, 180, not the X. Yeah, on the X. Grab, getting some pipes. I'm gonna do that. Pipe connects through there. Good stuff. Let's erase these pipes. We're not gonna be able to see them anyway. Actually, everything below here we're not gonna be able to see. So delete those. Getting some pipes. We'll delete these up here. I'm very excited to just get this and do what Ferd said and draw on a sphere. I like it. I like it a lot, guys. Quick Curve also has some cool applications for piping. Yeah, that's great. That's the add-on that I think you sent me. Definitely when I get the money, I'm gonna get that add-on. Bird. I wonder if shrink wrap would work with that current set of pipes for a similar effect. You know what? It's all about experimenting, right? That's all we're doing here. I think we're getting there though with this stuff. With what we're going for here. So let's turn everything on real quick. Except for this. I'm just gonna erase these. Don't care for these. Okay. Alright, so these pipes are looking pretty cool. Pretty cool, guys. I like it. I like it a lot. Would it look better like this? A different matte cap, maybe? Ooh, these matte caps are fun. Oh, a tune matte cap. That's cool. And I can change the color of the tune, right? Oh, yes. This is much more fun to look at. Okay, we'll put that matte cap there. And we doing good. We doing good. We doing good, guys. All right, you see these pipes? The visibility. Let's just turn that thing off that we did. There we go. All right, cool. So these pipes are looking. Oh, let me. Okay, just do it here. Let me change my viewport focal point. It's at 50. I don't know, just so we could see more. I know it's like super wide, but there we go. You can see how this is looking. All right, cool. So I think these pipes here. Oh, but we need this in front. There you go. I think these pipes here could probably be stretched out and probably duplicated a couple times. So we'll stretch these out. Some high detail here. Maybe not. Maybe like that is fine. Some of these pipes are being hidden. Okay, so let's see if duplicating these pipes would be cool. Right, and then we're going to use proportional editing. So we'll turn on proportional editing. We'll do connected only, and we'll do smooth, schmoof. And we'll just grab a point. Oh my god, grab the point, make our radius bigger. We could start really getting in here. Let's just select all these. Let's select these two. Grab. Oops. Let's just grab that point and that point. Get them a little closer. His work is amazing. He's one of the high wizards. I gotta check that guy out then. He's the Gandalf the Grey of Ian Hubert's Saruman the White. Yes. What? Ian's gonna get shanked. That's pretty cool. I'm very into the VR space. Very much into it. All right. I don't like that this pipe doesn't finish. Ah, neat. Yeah, I use VR all the time. It's awesome. I currently do gigs for a VR company, and I edit their I do the green screen, right, for the VR games and trailers. There's like a mixed reality videos, and it's like it's like recorded like if you're the human in the game, and I do all the green screen for that stuff, for those trailers. You may have seen some of it if you look. There's not that many VR games out there. You may have seen my work already and not even know it. I'm gonna make this a little bit thicker. Alt S. I gotta remember that. Alt S. Got a big middle pipe here. Gotta direct this around it. Probably make this one thicker as well. Alt S. Make it thicker. Make a huge pipe coming through, right? That. This pipe needs some more help getting out the way. Copy. All right. I think we're getting a good base here. I like where this is going. Maybe this pipe should be huge as well. No. What I'm doing is I'm just looking at the left. Seeing what interesting shapes we can make here. There could probably be another one of these pipes, so we'll duplicate it. Alt S. We'll make this one bigger. Cool. I think this empty space I have to fill up. Might fill it up with some more pipes there. I'm hesitant about VR, especially Oculus with the whole Facebook thing. I like the cluster of pipes on the right of the screen there. You like that? Cool. We'll try and emulate that a lot more then. So I'm gonna take some of these pipes off from the back of the centerpiece. Well, just make it less cluttered and redirect these. Oops. We'll add pipes there. There'll be pipes. I just want to make it more deliberate. I don't like that the pipes are kind of jotting the same way. So maybe I will direct these two to do something else. Let's grab this. Let's bring this one over here. Let's bring these. Oh, that's not looking good. All right, we're doing some cleanup here. That pipe doesn't go all the way to the top. There we go. Cool. Okay, we're getting some pipes going. I'm clearing out the middle for right now. Once again, we'll add some more pipes. There we go. Grab. There we go. And then we will put these. I'm going to do something Ferd talked about now, because I'm very excited to try it. All right. And for now, we're just going to erase this pipe going across. It's kind of like, I don't know. We could do better. We can do better. Also, I'm going to clean this up. All right. So everything's about experimenting. So what I originally did, I think it's a good setup, but obviously there's better ways to do everything. Because look, I'm just doing a whole lot of erasing. So, whole lot of deleting. And what's this pipe? Is it this pipe? Okay, cool. So, I just want to test something out that Ferd talked about drawing on an object, then converting it into maybe like a Bezier or something like that. So, let's go back to the pipes. Let's make these invisible. Let's make let's do a sphere first. So we'll add a sphere. We'll make it big for this sake. We'll schmoof it out. It's nice and schmoof. And we will make another grease pencil object. Grease pencil blank. And we will go to draw. Beautiful. We will go to... Oh my god. I guess the best setting will be view, maybe front. I think we're in the front, right? No, we're in the back. We'll do front. We'll do whatever. We're just drawing on this. It's like control 1. There we go. Okay, cool. So we did that. View. And we're going to draw on a surface. And we're going to put this to like 0.1. We'll test out the draw. And it draws right on it. We're going to take that silly stabilization off. I always want to use it, but it never gives me... Okay, we will make it thicker, but only for the sake of seeing it here. It's going to look different, obviously, in... All right, so... Let's see. All right, so I'm just going to draw some lines. This is just for a test. I just want to see what it looks like. See if we could do anything fun with it. Okay, cool. All right, let's see. Oops. Let's erase this sphere. uh, very crookedy lines. We're going to smooth it out. And we're going to simplify it. Join sample. Cool. We got our lines and our spheres, and then we will right click and convert to Bezier curves. We will make the grease pencil invisible. Then we'll go to our options here. And this is what Ferd was talking about, where you draw on a sphere. And I am not in the right, am I not in the right mode? There it is. Geometry, bevel. Let's do 8. And we will add schmoof. Oops. Schmoof. So yeah, this would be pretty cool. Like these pipes hanging through. I think they look pretty good. Pretty fun. So let's go back and see if we can incorporate these somehow. It may not work. We're just trying things out here, guys. Just having fun. Which is what this is all about. I think they would look nicer if they had like, you know, the end sockets to them, the plugs and stuff. So I might do that next. Right now they just look like, I don't know, lines. That doesn't look good. So if we did something like this, where there's like an orb in the wall, let's get real close to it. And it sticks out. You can't see it, obviously, because there it is. There you go. And then let's say we made an orb there, right? So like, icosphere. Shade smooth. Get real close here. We got our ambient occlusion. And then some of these pipes, you know, I should be plugging in this stuff, right? So like we could probably take out proportional editing. Like grab some of these. Maybe we should do proportional editing. Grab. Where's my proportional editing? Why is it not? There we go. All right, cool. So we can start art directing these. And what I'm doing is I'm just using my proportional editing, right? It's up here. Proportional editing. I have it on smooth, maybe sphere. You know. Okay, so we'll grab it, get up a little bigger, and then we can start really playing with these cables, make them stick out, you know. Double pressing R is really great. Like you can press R and what it does is it rotates wherever you're facing it. But if you double tap it, it goes into, I forget what it's called, like orbit mode, and you can just like really art direct these. So we'll make these pipes sticking out like this. That's pretty cool. We'll make it droop and not defy gravity. And we will also make it smaller, bigger. So really start, oh my god, that's sticking out. There we go. You know, the sake for visual intrigue, we will make this sphere a different color. Just for now. I would have done that. Bird, I would have done that on existing geometry like the pillars. That is cool. You require more Vespine gas. Spitfire, yeah, on the pillars, and linking into the sockets on them could work. Also, Shift W. You tried that? Shift W. What does Shift W do? Ah, yes, you've told me about this. The bend. Good stuff. Let's see. Oops. Oh, yes. And I think it's going from the cursor, so I assume that if I go into, let's say, individual points, it will not do that. So it's orbiting around the cursor? Is that the only way to do that tool? That bend tool's over here somewhere, right? Guess not. Hold on. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Shift W. I'm reading at the bottom here. Confirm. Snap. Invert. Cool. So Shift W is good. Double tapping R is good. When you're at the end here. You know, and with proportional editing, of course. Where's my proportional editing? What the hell? Oh, it's because I'm... Let's go. All right, grab. Shift W. And start making these look nicer. Get them all crinkly. That's fun. Go. Do a grab. Kind of weird. My proportional editing is not on my rotate anymore, like I was just showing you guys. What is happening? Okay, let's just try and keep going. Oh, can I do snapping too? Let's see. If I snap to the surface on the volume, let's say. No, not the volume. The face. This kind of works. Could I snap further away though? Let's see. Anyway, right now I'm using snapping so it stays on the sphere. Maybe we can... Ah, okay, so we can just select the points. So right now I'll have is proportional editing. I have snapping onto the surface, so then I can start bringing these out. Anything that goes underneath, you just grab it, snaps to the surface. You know, I think this thing kind of has too many things going on, so we're gonna start adding some more, taking some away here. So let's take those away. And we'll take some of these away. Very cool, Ferd. Very good idea, I think. And right now I don't know if I'm keeping this. I'm just kind of testing this out. Oh, see? My proportional editing for my R, for my rotate is back. So now I can really have my control that I wanted. There we go. And then we could start making it look like these are sticking out. Here we go. And then maybe these could actually go onto a wall or something. Or maybe they go from like these pipes or something. Make this look more like an eye. And rotate. Grab. Oops. Grab. Grab. Maybe we can smooth these out. So right now, I think, doing it with the grease pencil is pretty cool. Putting it on top. We're gonna leave that now. I made it a mess. It's ugly. We're gonna fix. We're gonna keep going for now. We'll fix that later. But I do want to test out another way of doing this. So we're gonna go now and test out Spitfire's idea. You need to select more. Yes, that's true. I think it could be cool if the central pillar has a big thick tube and then loads of thinner ones wrapped around it, spreading out at the top. So you're saying like this right here, right? This has like a tube coming out to the top, would you say? Like a big old giant tube? I think you are correct. So let's do that. Let's do that, Spitfire. Good idea, Ferd. Good idea, Spitfire. We got ideas in the chats, guys. Please. If you have an idea or something, just say it in the chat. We're all open here. Big community. Real nice people here. Beautiful, beautiful people. All right, so let's do what Spitfire just said. So I'm gonna make a tube coming right out of this, and he said a big tube, and then a bunch of small little tubes wrapped around it. Okay, let's do that. Big fat one, then make that solid, and use the surface mode to wrap the rest around it. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Cursor selected, because I want to make I'm gonna make a Bezier here. Curve. Bezier. Here. Oops. So let's bring up our curve here. Rotate on the Y 90. We can't see this thing, so we'll make it thicker by going into its settings. Make it larger. Cool. And then we'll bring it down. Oh my god. Proportional editing and snapping is on. So that's why that went crazy. So we'll go down and we'll make this a real big tube. There's like a twist that's on this. Is there a way to easily reset it? It's not the tilt, is it? No. I guess nothing. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm nitpicking. Okay, we'll bring this to the top. Boom. We got our top tube. And let's just make it kind of like this. Grab it, goes through, maybe even thicker, right? Huge! I'm just kidding. But maybe it engulfs. Would you say bigger than the pillars? Smaller than the pillars? Like you said, we'll just do that. That's fine. Not a big deal. Okay, we'll grab this, brings it down. We'll make it a little thicker. I can't see that wire, so I'm gonna bring the front. And I want a dot. I want a vertex. I want to break it in half, right? I want a little bit more wiggle to it. So I'm gonna select it all. Select both points. And get out of this selection mode. Am I doing something wrong? Ah! I hate when I click all my buttons. Yeah, right click subdivide. There we go. We got a fun little tube here. Make it a little bit more organic looking. Maybe bring it down to the bottom. Like it's slooping onto the bottom. There we go. Probably make it just a tad bigger. There we go. It looks weird on there. It's just because this is happening. It's in front. There we go. Oh, another detail. Some of the thinner ones could come off at the base and plug into those small holes you have there. Great idea. So you're talking about these little guys here having a bunch of like tubes coming out of it. Maybe have to make that base a little bigger so we can fit the tubing. Okay, great. So we got our tube here coming through. And then you said a lot of smaller tubes wrapping around it. So we're going to call this central pipe. Central pipe. And it's a lot of fun, guys. It's fun doing it with you guys. I'll just be sitting here scratching my head all day. Being indecisive. Okay. The ones at the base of the pipe. Oh, okay. So here. So the coming out from this hole maybe to like this hole. If they line up, they don't line up. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Coming out through the pipes. I like the thinner. I like it thinner so it's inside and it's a nice detailing you got at the top with the spiky thing. Okay. Let's try it a little smaller. Maybe you're right. And then we'll make it thicker by wrapping around the small ones. So there we go. All right, cool. So you're right. You're right. The plug part is the part that looks good. I'll probably have to add in a plug at the top, for it. I want to create a nice one, but for right now we will just duplicate this one. I did Alt D, so it's like one of those. What is it called? An instance. Right. Rotate on the doesn't matter X Y. Bring it to the top, and we'll just put an extra detailing here. Doesn't really matter. There you go. Cool. And then maybe, like you were saying, Spitfire, we would get the holes and then line it up. Maybe a couple there. It maybe gets here, wraps all around, and then comes out to the bottom. True, design by committee does get pretty, but it's just you two right now. Just you, Ferd, Spitfire. Just you two. And we can always change it back and forth. So. We'll get somewhere in the middle where we have these little details here. Okay, so now we're going to do what you were talking about earlier. And we're going to go into Bezier mode, right? And we're going to draw Beziers. Beziers. It's a French word, I believe. Bezier. It's a fancy French word. I have my baguettes and my Beziers to my left and my right. Okay, so the cursor's there. I'm gonna make a curved object. A Bezier, I'm sorry. There it is. It's now empty. I erase what's on it. And then I will do a draw, right? And then in my draw, there it is. And I can make it thicker, right? And I can continue drawing, right? Yes. Very good. Very, very good. Let's make this smaller. Ooh, ah. Okay, cool. So those pipes are looking cool. I mean, the way to draw them is what I mean. So let's figure out that setting you were talking about where, oh, there it is, surface. So I'm going to do surface mode and then refit, split. I don't know what these settings are. There's a lot of words here. Use pressure for the curve radius. That's pretty cool. I just want to see what that looks like. Oh, but the biggest it can get is like how big I make it here, right? So if I do something like this, huh? That's way big. Hold on, let's try it smaller. I'm just curious. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, we're gonna take off that the pressure thing. I will only first taper at the end, minimum radius, blah blah blah, corners, tolerance, refit. Let's see what the difference between refit is. Does it tell us by hovering over it? Incrementally refit the curve, high quality. Split. Split the curve until tolerance is met. Fast. I want quality for right now. And let's draw this. Let's see how big it is. Too big. And just so we can be cool, let's add a material to this. Let's just make it a different color, just so we can see it. Nice. This is a very cool tool. Spitfire, thank you for mentioning it. Amazing. This makes everything that we want to do much easier. So these details can look pretty awesome. So if we do, and then we'll fix the stuff afterwards. We'll probably have to rotate around this as well. So let me fix something. Let me start over. Let me go here. And then we can rotate around this thing. And then there's an option I want to change so I can rotate around easier. Is it navigation, auto depth? Okay, so right now I'm just gonna select this orbit around selection, and I just want that because I just want to be able to rotate around this pipe very easily. And, I'll probably turn it off later. Okay. 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 Very cool. Very cool. So let's try this. Can you spiral around it? Yeah, Gemma's great. Birdwin, can you spiral around it? Maybe if I it'll probably have to be done in increments, right? Like I can't just. Okay, so we'll go to edit mode. Oops. Go to this pipe instead. No. Hold on. I gotta name my stuff. Back wall pipes. Paps. Back wall paps, guys. You guys want some Paps Blue? Okay, back pipes, central pipe. I'm just gonna make another curve. Oh, shoot. Am I making the curves in here? I am. Okay. That's the issue, guys. Let me get out of edit mode. Get this Bezier. Erase this Bezier here. Delete. And we'll move this sucker over to pipes. No object selected. Okay, we'll just delete this. And we will make that not selectable. We'll click pipes. Curves, Bezier. There it is. And we'll call this central. And then small. And then pipes. Okay, so here we go. Back to square one. We're going to draw these lines. And we're going to see if we can spiral around them. And we're also going to make it a little thicker just so we can see it. And add the material that we made. And for funsies, we'll make a metal. So just so we can really see them. Okay, so let's see. So if I do something like it just connects to the back wall, doesn't it? It does. Yeah, I don't know about there's got to be a way while orbiting to paint while orbiting. Oh man, I don't know. Let's see. No, I can't do it. So for right now, we will just draw the things we want. So, and then we'll fix them later. There we go. Oh, I can't see the bottom. And we will fix those bottom connections very soon. And we'll fix the pipe in general because it's not looking good. Yeah, this is the best method, guys. Screw everything I did before in the beginning of this stream. This is the way to do it. Honestly. Like really good. All right. There's gotta be blah blah blah. I'd say extrude a new point every time you incrementally orbit. The ideas. You guys are idea mans, man. All right. So yeah, these are all right. We'll keep one, and then we will do the idea that Fur just suggested to see how that works. Let's get out of draw mode. Let's just erase a couple of these, couple of those. We'll just keep a couple of these. We'll keep these three. Okay, and then we'll fix them here. So like I was doing before, you know, making it larger, double pressing R, and just really getting it in there. Maybe move, oops, move this a little bit. Let's do this one. We'll scale it up, just that point. Go, right click. Grab Z there. And do the same for this one. These may not even be here. we're just doing it, guys. We're experimenting. We're having fun in Blender. Little Bob Ross. Bob Ross blender time. At this point, I'm gonna delete it. Just too much. There we go. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so let's do what you said. And we're gonna extrude the points, and we're gonna use snapping, and maybe that would be cool. I have another idea cooking, just knowing how to spiral it, but we will get back to after I do what you said, and then I'll do my suggestion. Yo, this whole stream is just gonna be about pipes and making pipes. Okay, so let's happy verts. All right, so we duplicated the vert from there. Let's go look at it real close. Let's examine its whole life. Okay, we'll bring it down. We'll bring it down to the hole here, right there. Ooh. There we go. Okay, great. So let's go back to looking at it. Rotate around it, and then we can start extruding some points here. So instead of drawing it, let's do snap to the surface. We'll see how this works. E. Why is it going so deep in there? Oh, it's going all the way to the wall. Why isn't it picking my tube? Is it because my tube's not a poly yet? It's because my tube's not a poly yet. That's why. Okay, so we're going to continue this idea, but we have to make this. I'm going to duplicate it just so I have one. We'll make it non-selectable, and then we'll convert this one into a poly. The geometry, convert to mesh. So now there we go. We got our mesh. Now we should be able to keep going, right? There we go. So if we're going to spiral this out, it comes through the tubes. We go. We'll keep going. For the sake of this, we're going to make this one invisible. Or just put it into another stroke. Okay. Damn it. See, this is that rotate around selection that's messing me up. Okay. So let's keep rotating it. Let's see if we could do something cool. I have an idea though, guys. We're just doing this to see if it looks cool or if we have a happy verts. Oh man. This is real. Yeah, it's real tedious. Let's see. Okay. Is there any way to like I guess reset or somehow control all the curves of this Bezier? Should I change it into path? Is that what we were talking about earlier? Handle type automatic. There it is. There it is. So what I did was I right clicked and I put set handle type, also V. So I guess press V and you can change the handle types. So then that spiraled around it. And now we got something a little better, which is pretty gosh darn cool, guys. Gosh darn. Take off snapping. We can start really now directing these a little bit better. This is looking kind of cool. We'll erase that vert, make that smoother. And there we go. There we go. That looks much better than what it did before. All right, we in the chat got real caught up there. Blah blah blah. Fern might have to adjust new points when double R before extruding. True. Yeah. So if you're doing it one by one, but like it did, but what I did was I just hit the set handle type and I just changed the handle type to automatic, and that kind of like smoothed everything out for me. What else can I do here? Oh, I could set the different splines. Poly. So there's your poly lines. Let's set to NURBS. NURBS is pretty cool. I feel like things are smoother with NURBS. Where's the spiral going? Oh, this way. Like this. Okay, and then could we then just duplicate this a bunch of times and rotate it? Here we go. Duplicate, rotate. All right, this is pretty cool, right? Does anybody agree out there? It's looking all right. Obviously, this is not lining up at all. But I could definitely see how we can direct this into a better way. Drink NURBS. Everything is smoother with NURBS. Okay, so I liked it. We were just testing that out. So let's convert it back. Before NURBS. Okay, so we'll stick to Bezier. And then see about, let's see. Make some wacky ones. Okay. Make them a little smaller. NURBS is cool, but I don't know. I find it a little difficult. There we go. Feel like I can art direct these better. And honestly, what am I doing? I should just be erasing, making these invisible. Honestly, why am I making things more difficult for myself? Okay. Okay, so I can rotate around it a little better. These are cool. Duplicate them. Rotate around the box center. We'll duplicate them a couple more times. Maybe we can do some different thicknesses now. Well, maybe like little tiny ones. Bigger ones. Guys, I've honestly learned a bit myself here. You're a yeah, you're a masochist, but you don't know it. You know what? That's so true. My dad always told me I do things the hard way all the time, which is not good. Something I'm trying to get out. But it's so much fun trying. Me too. Me too. I like the irregularities, Spitfire. So what I want to do is, let's see if we can move these all together. We're going to do proportional editing. I'm going to do not connected only. And see about directing these a bit better. You know what? We're also going to take off this GD wall here. So let me... The lab. Yeah, I'm just gonna work on it like this. I don't know what I'm over here doing it all inside of the lab environment. Okay, so let's select these like endpoints. Grab it. We'll go back to connected, so we can just direct some of these. I'm also gonna erase some of these points. They're like, there's just too many. Great. So that's going around in a spiral. Some of these are going into the tube, which is terrible. It's not how pipes work. And we can probably just look at it here. There we go. Learned so much about making pipes, guys. Blender has so many tools that you don't even need an add-on sometimes. You just have to buckle down and grind sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes there is an easier way to do things. So these tubes are looking wicked, guys. Wicked. I'm really happy about this. I like it. I like it a lot. So much. Okay. Wicked. That's like Harry Potter, right? Wicked. Oh, that pipe is the one I want to fix. This one. Maybe we can erase that. Erase that. Pretty cool. And what if we doubled up all of them? And then rotated. Maybe too many. Try a couple pipes there. And we bring back our tube, we see that it doesn't line up. So there's something I want to do here. There we go. Get rid of that box. And then we can see what we're doing here. Okay. Okay. So let's select all these top points, make sure that our proportionality is connected. And these pipes are going all over the place. So let's just delete some of these points and start bringing them more up to where they need to be. There we go. Grab. Cool. Grab. Delete some of this. All right, let's delete that. That. Can you make the tube like the blue one? See what that looks like? Okay, yeah, I'll do that right now. Let me just delete some of these points. And we'll check that out. See how cool it looks. Also, this pipe is killing me here. So let's make sure this pipe is more centered. So I'm going to go into edit mode, select the edge, do a ring loop, make sure I have a proportional editing connected on. And then we're going to move this pipe. So since it's like geo, there we go. And that's how you move geo around. There we go. Perfectly centered now. Perfectly. Down to a degree. I'm just kidding. It's not. But that's not what we're doing here. Okay. Cool. So let's see what it looks like with the same blue material. Our material is pipe blue. So let's go to the pipes. Look for pipe blue. Pipe blue. Ooh, I think since they're so thin, let's see what it looks like with everything. I think I have to mess with this material right now, or these pipes in particular. So let's mess with these materials. We will duplicate it and we'll do central pipe. What it is, central pipe. Yeah, right now it's looking like, I think what I have for these is like I have, oh, I guess never mind. Oh, see, these pipes have some thickness to that. Okay, so I think what I gotta do is just add the thickness to it. I think I could do that in here, right? No, I can't. Extrude. Depth. Bevel. All this animation would be cool. Okay. So that's kind of cool accident though. A cool effect at least. Like a phantom outline. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I know. So what I'll do is, so I get these central pipes small. I'll duplicate it because I would like to keep it. Because we're just testing this out. We're going to erase this central pipe here. We don't need that anymore because we have something cooler looking. We're going to duplicate it. And we're going to convert this to... we're going to convert this one to a mesh. And then we're gonna add a modifier and do solidify, right? Does that help it? It does not! It does not do what I think it's gonna do. I don't get it. Okay, I think I just have to mess with the materials then. Alright, it was worth a shot. Let's go back to central pipe. Let's see if there's something here that I have to do. Oh, there we go. So we got the emissions, the shader. Got some pink going on there. Does the thickness modifier work on curves or just regular mesh geometry? You know what? I didn't know there was a modifier for it, so let's look at it. Just in case. Oh my god, yes. Thank you, Ferd. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. This looks a lot better now. All right. I hate that you can't see this camera. Let's. Oof. What's happening over here? Oh my god. I'm just trying to get a good shot here, guys. Ooh. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right, and then let's make this with the this is the final render look on the left. It's a little colorful. Obviously, we'll fix that. But that's what that's looking like. I think it's looking pretty gosh darn cool. And I think you done good, Ferd. That was good. The modifier, I don't know why it didn't work, or maybe me changing the materials helped too, but I don't know. Whatever. Good suggestion. So let's bring it down to white. Let's see if we can add some multiple colors in this. Like, what if we did like a color ramp, right? And we'll copy this pink, change it to there. Does this have any effect on it? What if we did something like constant? Yeah, it doesn't do much unless we can use reflection. Maybe something would be cool here. There we go. This might be something. And then we'll go back to B-spline. Okay, cool. So we can have multiple tones on the tubes, guys. Multiple tones on the tubes. That's looking pretty cool. I think it would be nice if we had some bands on this, like little clamps or bands. And I think we can change it here. Oh, that. Yeah, this is looking awesome. I'm so distracted. I have not looked at the chat. Let me. Okay, it looks cool as fuck though. Thank you, Spitfire. And I think one pink. Add a cylinder. Go into edit mode. Remove the top face, and then remove the bottom. Remove the top and bottom face. Then remove top and bottom edges. That leaving the up edges. Suzanne, change the vert mode. Select all top verts. Rotate in Z. Convert to curves. Add bevel. Twisted pipes. True, true. Spitfire, or blue, or either thick pink, thick blue, or vice versa. I love the glowing edges. Nice. Thanks. This is a lot of fun. We're doing it. We're fucking doing it. Hopefully me cursing on here doesn't come to bite me in the butt somehow. Pretty cool with the reflection, because then it kind of like, I don't know, changes iridescent or something. Let's do normals. Objects. So this is interesting. So if we had, hold on, how's this working? Let's mess with these normals. We're just doing a little bit of experimenting here, guys. Nope. What the hell am I doing? I am 1 second. That's what I'm looking for. Mapping. I don't know why it wasn't. And then we're going to do object. Here we go. Look at that. It's like, oh, the juice is. No, let's do it in reverse. It'll be like. And it comes out. Oh, that's so cool. Pretty cool. And then it's like. The sound effects are necessary. Okay, I'm done. So that's pretty neat. I like it. What if we did something like where we rotate rotate it on the Y, and we can have something. Oh, let's do 180. I like that purple that it gets too. That's a lot of fun. Let's do camera now. And we'll just go straight in without. Guess nothing's happening here. Oh, it's because we're not in camera, obviously. So that we're not going to use camera. We are going to use maybe window. A lot of fun. Okay, and we're gonna go back to reflection. We've had our fun. We'll switch our colors, and then see about. Oh man. All right, let's see. Okay, now that we have the color, right? If we convert this into mesh. Convert it into a mesh. So let's do that. Mesh. We will convert it. It keeps its color. So I guess I was doing something wrong before. So it's still looking good. Here's our mesh. It's a pretty bright. Let's go to face mode. And just because I can't see, we're just going to do some basic stuff here. Let's select different parts here to make it look all right. Boom, boom. Boom. Maybe this one over here. This one. Maybe that one at the end. Maybe one at the top. And then I'm going to do Alt-E, and that extrudes the faces in the wrong direction. That's not what I want. Don't listen to me. Extrude faces along normals. There we go. All right, cool. So I'm extruding along normals, right? And you can see that the pipe is still transparent there on the left side. So we'll extrude these out. And what I want, though, right, is to make these kind of like metal pieces that are like wrapped around. So right now, you have these selected. Here's a cool trick that I think I learned a little bit a while ago. These are selected, but I want all these faces under that are connected to it selected, right? Because that's the part that's going to be metal. So what I do is I think it's control and then plus on the numpad. So if you have a numpad, do that. And then boom, I selected the next thing. What that does is that it selects everything next to the thing that's already selected. So control plus on the numpad, selected them all. I'll go to my materials, add a new one for the thing. And we'll just select whatever. And then we'll hit assign. So, okay, maybe not whatever. We should select a material. Let's see. So where's my metal base? Is it base? That's weird. Oh, it's because the normals are flipped. Okay. Let's select pipe. Nope, not pipe. Let's select this blue here that we can't see through. We will call these, like, what are they called? Clamps, guys? Pipe clamps? Pipe clamps or something. I don't know. Anyway, we'll call it pipe clamp. I'm stuttering. Pipe clamps. And we will make it metallic. And we will put the roughness down. And we will make it a darker color. Yeah, I'm not sure about this, guys. It's looking all right. I feel like those pipes are just way too clear. I feel like it needs to look like, I don't know. I think, what if I took off backface culling? Huh? Anybody? Material. Okay, so backface culling just makes it white. Is it because it's too bright? That's a weird look. Kind of interesting. So back to backface culling. Back to 27. Oh, and nice tip on the expand selection. That one for a 5 random tips thing. Make them same material as the other bits. Question mark. Yes, that's a good one. Yeah. So the material for everything else is base, right? Which is cool. So if I change it to base, it like turns black, and I think it's because backface culling is on. So let's take off backface culling, as I was just talking about. But why is it black? Also, I'm gonna erase this cube here. Let me just, there we go. Ooh, ooh, it's so bright. Okay, I just don't understand why this is black. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. There it is. I had vertex colors on, guys. So in the material, had vertex color. I had an extra option on. I took it off. All right, so these things aren't looking good because they're smoothed out. So we got to remember to go into I should have these memorized, you guys. I'm like amateur hour over here. Is it this one? Texture normals. Okay. So the thing looks smoothed out, doesn't look good. You just go to the object data properties, go to normals, auto smooth, boom. And now they look like little wrenches, like little lug nuts. Oh man, I've been changing all my materials. So real quick, I'm gonna go back for a second. And I'm going to make a duplicate of this. We'll call this pipe clamp. We will take off backface culling like we talked about. It is already off. We will go to this box layer, put backface culling on that, but take away the box. Go to the material pipe clamp, and for the surface, take off vertex colors. There we go. There's the colors, and then we go to object data properties, auto smooth. Yeah. And I guess since the pipe is like, I don't know. Yeah, there's no in between. Oh, that's better. So it's smooth all around, but then the top, yeah, it definitely needs some more geo, but I think it's looking all right. And what can we do a different color here? There we go. So red, obviously not. We'll start off with like these blue clamps. We'll just eyeball it for now. We'll change this all. All right. So these pipes are looking cool. I just don't like how transparent they are. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe they should be less transparent. But that's just me. Yeah, I don't know. So shiny, right? Like, I feel like what I need to work on right now now that I'm getting all this in place, is the shaders and stuff. I don't think I can make a shader live on stream. It's a little bit. I'm usually a lot more silent with shaders because like I'm not even fully in it yet, and there's a lot I need to do. Let's just try and do one now. Let's see if I could do something cool. If it doesn't turn out well, we'll keep on going. I think look dev, right? That's this one. I think look dev. Okay, so the difference between look dev and regular, right? So look dev doesn't have scene lights and it doesn't have the world lights, right? But if you turn these on, you'll see that they're like the same, right? Render the same, render the same, or work. So this just doesn't have the lights. So if I were to change this, see that it's a lot darker. I have no lights in here. I just realized, and I think that's an issue, right? Oops. So let's add some lights here. Because look, this is just like a dark, dank room. So let's add a light, a point light. And let's blast it. Let's blast this room right now. 5,000 watts. That doesn't... How about 20,000 watts? Alright, that's not really doing anything either. How about 100,000 watts? How about 500,000? I don't think this is the way to do this, guys. We change it into some pink color. Also, this pipe should probably be... pipe blue. And then we'll duplicate it. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing now. Okay. So it's based off HDRI. Yes. What's Doc Brown's line? 1.92 gigawatts. Are your walls on? No, they are not on. Good catch. Let's just go to gray. I don't think I can do this live on Fix Everything Live, but let's turn on back our walls. There we go. And we'll go to rendered, which we are. We have a light here that's like blasting in, and I think I should delete it. So right now there's no lights in the scene, right? Am I right? Am I wrong? Oh, there is one, and it's like super tiny. So let's take off all the lights and oh my god. Oh, let me take this thing off. I'm just tired of this. Orbiter unselected. Took it off. Okay. Thank you. All right. And I like these tubes. And the tube color is central pipe small. We'll put this to central pipe small. They're all blue. We're going to duplicate it. Do another one. And we're going to change its color to maybe the reverse. Does that look good? Here we go. Central pipe small. Well, I'll probably have to add clamps to those too. Or what if I did base? Base is just dark. Trying some different materials here. Materials. Wall. Okay, anyway. Call someone and ask someone that. Prank call someone with that question. I triple dog dare you. Live while on air. Are your walls on? Are your walls on, sir? Excuse me. This is the wall store, right? Well, you better go turn them off. Okay, I'm a terrible prank caller, guys. But I guess that's the point too, right? All right, so these have the HDRI. This doesn't. Also, I gotta fix this here. Okay. What if I had like screen space reflections? If you guys mess with that. Oh, there we go. Screen space reflections. Let's see the difference, guys. Oh my god, there's so much here. I have to delete. Okay, so with screen space reflections, let's turn them on. We'll do it together. All right. Look at those reflections. We got the shiniest walls. The shiniest floor. Everything's shiny. Which is kind of cool. Refraction? Nope. Trace path. Let's just mess with these settings. So, less blurry. More blurry. Got it. Roughness. 0. So, nothing. But if we max this out, super reflective. Thickness. I don't know. From the looks of it, it's like... I don't know what's happening here. It's like how big the orb probably is. I don't know. Edge fading. Okay, there you go. Edge fading. That's fun. But then you can see that like it's like the bridge is metal up in front and then it becomes like a dull nothingness at the end here. So there you go. Clamp. This is pretty interesting, the screen space reflections. High res trace. Let's just do that because I'm all about... I mean, that reflection looks pretty nice. It's just interesting how it doesn't go all the way out to all the objects and stuff. It's a pretty interesting look so far. Oh my god, this is terrible. Oh my god. Sorry, I couldn't move around. Alright, so I'm not sure. Screen space reflections on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Oh, there is no lights in here. You are correct. Let's add some lights. All right, so this light is right here. You can see it by the yellow line. And for right now, we're just gonna hide this pool stuff just so we can see it without the pool. Put this light on. What was it? 1.92 gigawatts is what we had it at. 1.92 gigawatts. Okay, so we have a light blasting in here. Let's put it at the top. See if we can light up this room. Let me look at the side view. And the size. There we go. We have this size up. This is just a big number, you know? What if we add another 0? Does it allow us? It does allow us. Alright, this is in rendered mode. There you go. Okay, now I just realized it's too bright in here. Somebody turned down the house lights. Oh, we're at 1.92 megawatts. Look at that. We're not even at gigawatts yet, guys. Okay, so let's put 500,000 watts. How about 100,000 watts? Okay, cool. So we have a light in here. Let's see if we can add multiple lights and start mixing and matching. That's pretty cool. Our screen space reflections are still on, right? Okay, cool. So That's still looking kind of cool. All right, so then we got our numbers. Area light, color. We're just gonna do white for now. And duplicate it and rotate it. Or we'll just change it into a point light. Or honestly, we could just change the one we just had into a point light. Maybe that works better. And maybe if we put the point light right by the glass and make the light pink, it'll look like it's radiating the pink. It doesn't. It doesn't look like that at all. It just kind of turns purple. Can only do a different color. I think it's because the floor is blue, right? So that's what's happening. Oh, the chat. Bro, do you really want all that reflection stuff? Are you shooting for NPR look? NPR. National Public Radio? Okay, sorry guys. Bad joke. No, I'm just testing out all the stuff. I like testing out what it looks like. None of this stuff is final. I just wanted to make some headway here in this scene with the pipes. The main focus today was doing these pipes. Don't really need all that reflection. But it's easily off and on, so it doesn't affect it. Honestly, the reflection kind of hurts my eyes. Maybe this light hurts my eyes. Oh man. Okay. So pretty cool. So does that light affect, does the color affect it now? I mean, I put the pink in here, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. Oh man, how long have I been streaming? 2 hours and a half. Okay, so I would say these are going to be the final 30 minutes. Only 4 people are watching. It's just Ferd, Spitfire, and 2 mystery watchers out there. Thank you for sticking through or hanging out for as long as you have. I appreciate you. We're just making pipes. And, you know, they're probably not even watching. It's probably my wife on her phone, you know, giving me that extra viewer, making me feel like people care. Yeah, the blur and the reflection is pretty nice, you know, and we can always tone this down. This is just an extreme, you know, version of it. It could be like real light like this if we wanted to, so we can kind of see it. You know, I think it's turning out pretty well. These pipes colors, obviously I'm going to start fixing these with some shaders. Susan, please ask the question. Let's do it. I'm running out of steam here, so thank you. Give me some more fuel. Susan Bluerbot. Bluerbot. Oh man. Let me answer your question very let me answer it while I'm huge. Yes. Okay. You said earlier that you made your wall see-through. Please, can you explain? Yes, I can, Susan. Yes, I can. The coffee's kicking in. Hardcore. Hardcore. I also look down a lot because, like, I'm looking at myself on the screen. Anyway, yes, I'll explain to you that right now. All right, let's center this. And, oh, you can't see me because I'm huge. This is dope. Okay. Let's make everything invisible real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. We're gonna make a cube. So all I have around in that lab is a cube, right? And this cube has material. So let's make a material for it. Right? And we'll call it cube. So I can erase it later and I know what it is. Cube. And we have a color, whatever, blue, and then it's metallic or whatnot, yada yada yada. So all objects, all geo has normals, and normals is where like the face is the direction of each face. So if you go into edit mode, every one of all the faces that you see in Blender have a direction. Hopefully I'm not over explaining what normals are. If you know what normals are, let me know. But every face has a direction for, you know, where it's facing or where it's not facing, like the opposite end, right? So, and I think you could see that here. Let's see if I can illustrate it better. So there you go. So I went to viewport overlay, I went to normals, and then this is the face, this is for lines, and this is for vertices. So you can now see the normals and where it's pointing, right? So you can see that this normal is pointing upwards. All these are facing outwards, right? And you can even like right click and like flip the normal. It's usually in right click. Is it in face? Doesn't matter. What you want to know is that the normals, all faces face a certain way. These blue lines indicate where it's facing, right? So what you do is in the material, you go into settings and you turn on backface culling. And what backface culling is, let's see if it says it. Use backface culling to hide the back sides of the faces. So all these are the front sides of the faces, right? Front side, front side, front side. And if you turn this on, when you look at the back side, it'll be invisible. So let me make these and flip the normal. So I'm going to make this blue line point inwards to change the face. So there you go. We got all these selected. And now I have to find that option. If somebody in the chat remembers what it is while I struggle to look for it, I will find it. I can easily just type it in, but I just want to find the menu button. God damn it. UVs? Okay, so I'm going to type it in. If you press F3 and you type in flip, you can see that it says mesh, normals, or Alt-N. So let's just do Alt-N. Alt-N, and you can flip your normals. And now the normals that I selected are now pointing inwards. And all those are now invisible because backface culling is on. So if you turn it off, you can see them. If you turn it off, you can't see them. Right? And that's just a trick I use so when I'm making a room, I can look inside of it, but I can also see the walls on the other side, right? So that's why you can see this back wall back here because you're looking at the front, but you can see through this wall here because it's facing in. So I hope that helps explain that. I hope I explained that well. I was really trying to find the menu button. I know people like the menu. There it is. There it is. Okay. So you can see that this normal's facing upwards, right? And you can see it, but if you look underneath it, you can see right through it, right? But if you wanted to be able to see through it while backface culling is on your materials, click it, you go to mesh, normals, flip, and then you flip your normals, and then there you go. And then now you can see the roof and all the insides. And if I wanted to be able to see through this, you know, mesh, normals, flip, and now you can see all inside the cube, but being able to see the outside. And this is how I usually work with rooms, so I can see the walls from far away and be able to see them. And then if you take off the normals, you can see that, you know, it doesn't have it. There you go. Hopefully that explains that for you, because it's a fun little concept. All right, Susan. No problem. No problem at all. Ask those questions. And it really helps me when you guys ask the questions, because, you know, I haven't made a video in a long time, like one that I posted. So I plan to make another like top 5 tips. Spitfire said that the, you know, grow selection is a good tip. That's a good one. I think this normals one is a good one. I should write these down. 1 second. I should write it down on a computer instead of on piece of paper on my to-do list. You know, top 5 top tips, whatever. We'll do, you know, backface culling, selection, expansion, and we'll keep going. All right, great. All right, I think I don't know. I think I made as much progress as I am gonna make today. So if Susan, yeah, it's very good. Actually, let's, I have 15 minutes, right? Let's go through some selection stuff that I think maybe you guys don't know. So let's do it. So let's get a shape like a sphere first. Zoom up on it. Okay, so here's our selections. Obviously you have the alt clicks and that gives you the loops. And the best place to click when you're alt clicking is right on the lines. So like clicking the top line here, clicking the left line here. That's pretty cool. And what's neat is, like, let's say you wanted to just select half of the sphere. That selection expansion is really good. And you could do it in all different modes, right? Sometimes you just want to do it in point mode. And this is an excellent example on how to do it. So you press 1, right? And now you're in point mode. Select the point at the top, right? And then all these options are in the select tool here. So you do select, and then you could do more or less, and it's control pad plus or minus, right? So now, since this is a sphere, this is 1 point. If you just hit control plus, boom, 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 you have half the cube, right? Or half the sphere. And you're like, ah, excellent. And then you can delete it, and then you go, right? Or, you went too far. Boom, delete, and you deleted it all. Another thing you do, if you wanted to actually delete the other half, you could do control I, and that inverts the selection, and you can delete that. Boom, that's another selection. Another thing you can do is select faces that have similar. You can also shift alt middle click to add more loops. Yes. So let's see. Yeah, alt shift, not middle click, but just alt shift left click. You can just do that and stuff, and that's pretty cool. Another cool way to do selection, like if it just has to be sloppy, is just to use the selection box. But do selection circle, right? And you can get, usually you can get that by pressing C. Like if I was, let me take this off, go to tweak. Right now I only have it on tweak, which means I select the face. But if you press C, you get this little circle around there, and then you can scroll to make it bigger, and you can actually paint your selection. And that's another fun way to select. And you can also middle click to erase it. See? So middle click, click, middle click, and you can just do that, Very good stuff, guys. Okay, and then another form of selection that I think is fun is if, let's say you wanted to select each, every other one, right? You could select this loop, go to selection. Let's see if I could do this by memory. Checker, deselect. And then that'll deselect every other polygon, every other face, every other line. So boom, now you have like this cool sphere with every single one selected. You do Alt E, and you can expand it, and you can do the same. You can middle click here, select, checker, deselect, Alt E, and you can do some real fun stuff here. That's a whole lot of fun, right? Okay, another selection method, and thank you, Spitfire. Yeah, the selections are the most fun. There's another one that I used to use a lot. Okay, so another one that I used to use, right? So let me just make something real quick. So we're gonna select the plane. We're gonna make it pretty big, and I'm going to subdivide this plane a crap ton. All right, so let's do it. We'll just do that many, right? So let's say I wanted to randomly, I don't know, pick these faces because I really don't care. So one thing you can do is you can do select and select random. Oh no, go to without anything selected, select random, and it'll select a bunch of random polygons. And that's a fun way to make like some cool, like shapes. So boom, I got a maze going on, right? And that's a little bit less useful, but a bit more fun, right? So Oh, Spitfire. I like the circle one. Anyway, I gotta go. I'll catch you folks again sometimes. Nighty night. Good night, Spitfire. Have a great night. Thank you for joining. Hopefully you're liking how those tubes are going. We're gonna keep on grinding through. We're gonna get this animatic. Have a good night. All right, and the last two selections I have for you, Susan and Ferd, if you're still watching, is like, let's say you wanted to just select all the all the faces that are facing one way, right? So we'll turn on the direction, right? So here's our where all the faces are facing, you can see. And I only wanted to select all the ones that are facing to the right. These, I want to select this one, I want to select this one. So you can go and you can click and click and click and select and, you know, go through the whole process. But what you could do is you can click one of them, right? And you can go select, and you can do select similar, which is Shift G, and you can do normal. And now it'll select all the faces that are facing to the right. Or if you wanted to select the faces, you know, facing upwards, then you select the one at the top that's only facing upwards. Selection, select by trait. Select similar, normal. And there's more options than that. You can go to select similar. You could do it by area. So like things that are the same size, right? So let's say I wanted to select only these cube parts, but none of the side parts. Well, all these cubes are the same, right? They're all the same size. So if you select one, go to selection, select similar. We'll just Shift G now. Shift G, you could do area, and it'll select all the ones that have the same area and space. And yeah, so I, you know, go to the Shift G menu and explore these. There's always a smarter way to select what you need to select. If you're ever sitting there clicking vertice by vertice by vertice by vertice, just know that I think most things can be solved with some clever selection like this. You know, you can also select by how long the perimeter is. You can do it by coplanar. So, what this does is it selects all the faces that are kind of on the same level, right? So if you just wanted to select this top one instead of selecting this one and this one and this one, but you didn't want to select these, right? And you wouldn't do select area, you would do coplanar, and that'll select all those top faces. And then you can, yeah, I'm just repeating myself. Check out the Shift G, check out this menu, and you'll see that there's plenty of selection. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Susan, Ferd, Spitfire's gone. That third person who's probably my wife on the phone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully this was useful. Hopefully it was fun. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll have another stream next Saturday. This time I'm gonna do an actual scheduling for it. This time I did it like 2 hours in advance, but it'll always be on my Saturday, Susan, your Sunday. And I would be doing something, whether I do a tutorial recording that I'm still doing, art, etc., etc. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching, for real. Hold on, I should do this like big. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, Susan. I appreciate you, Ferd, Spitfire. There was a few other people in there. Have a great day. I hope your Sunday's well, your Saturday's well, etc., etc., etc. Have a good night, or morning, or evening, or whatever day it is for you. Have a good one.